We pulling?
Well, alright, so Tindral is the second to last boss of the raid, and he has 3 phases and 2 Dragonflight intermissions. The phases are all pretty similar, having mostly the same mechanics, but phase 1 has a special mechanic, phase 2 has a different special mechanic, and phase 3 has both of those special mechanics at the same time. The main thing you have to worry about in each phase are the roots that the boss casts on everyone. When he starts casting them, everyone gets these little circles around them that they need to quickly group up near the boss without stacking too much, because they do a little AoE damage inside the circle. Getting them close together makes it much easier to AoE nuke them down so that everyone can then move around again, which is important because basically every other mechanic in the fight requires you to move. There's random swirlies to dodge, there's a debuff that goes out on a few players that needs to be dispelled but leaves a big pool of fire on the ground where it's dispelled, so these players need to be able to move away from the raid. And the tanks have to soak these mushrooms that spawn around the boss. They spawn staggered from each other and in random patterns, and the tanks need to alternate soaking each one while everyone else stays away from them. The tanks also get a stacking dot from the boss's melee swings, so they should taunt swap at as low stacks as possible. Those are the mechanics that are in every phase. Now, the special mechanic in phase 1 are these big swirlies on the ground that spawn some moving fire tornadoes which everyone needs to dodge. The special mechanic in phase 2 are the seeds that spawn all over the place which everyone needs to run on top of to get them to quickly despawn and prevent them from growing into a huge flaming tree that does big raid damage. On heroic, the seeds do stacking damage to the players that soak them, and if even one of the seeds turns into a tree, it's just straight up a wipe. So absolutely everyone that's not a healer needs to be helping with the seeds. Phase 3 has both of those special mechanics, so this is where things get a little crazy. As for the intermissions, after a certain amount of time in each phase, the boss turns into an owl and flies away towards the next platform. As he's leaving the platform, he pushes everyone away and then drops a bunch of feathers on the ground which everyone needs to walk over to gain a buff that then lets you get on your Dragonflight mount. Then everyone needs to quickly fly after the boss, dodging the fire orbs along the way, and flying through the green orbs to give the entire raid a stacking damage buff. Just try to spread out when flying so that all of the green orbs end up getting collected. Once the boss gets to the next platform, he gets a big shield and starts a long cast that wipes the raid unless you break the shield in time. So the faster you get there and the more green orbs the raid gets along the way, the more likely you are to break the shield on time. And that's pretty much it. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. They get early access to all of our videos, so if you're interested in that, check out the links below. And sign up for our newsletter to get extra raid strats, written guides, and so much more. Peace.